Hey, it's a great day. I'm Mike Current, Energizer. Today is day 65 on the Appalachian Trail. Yeah, so let's do this. So for today, first we're heading to the last wayside, going north out of Shenandoah National Park, the Elk Walrus wayside. Go there, get a bite to eat, drink a beer, and then we're going to just keep pushing miles. We're hoping to get to a shelter that's 23, maybe 24 miles from where we camped last night. Put us right on the border of Shenandoah National Park. Yeah, so big push today. We'll see if we get there.
Everyone's up for breakfast. I'm here. What do you got for me?
You know, I don't want to jinx myself, but the quality of the trail so far this morning is a lot better than yesterday. So miles are, at least for now, going by a lot faster. Oh, there's two. That's for me. This one's gonna follow. Somebody decided to start their own Tree of Souls here in Shenandoah National Park. I turned off on the Blue Blaze Trail, going to the Elk Walrus Wayside store. See the sign right there. Store's open at 9, but the grill doesn't open until 11, so I may just heat up something. Now, what'd you do?
I had at least one beer at each of the waysides, plus the Meadows restaurant, or Big Sky restaurant.
See, you completed the Shenandoah Folks March.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Last wayside, last beer. Yeah. Trail's just above skyline right here, but it comes with a great view, so yeah, I'll take this. All these mountain laurels here, they've got a lot of buds, so yeah, it's not quite time for them to bloom, or they're blooming right now. That's good news for Duracell and me. We're going to be enjoying the flowers for a while longer. Water's kind of scarce along this section, so I need to go down this trail about 2/10 of a mile to grab some water. Two snakes right here at the water source. Short way off the Appalachian Trail is this overlook. I had to go take a peek. Still quite a bit of haze. So yesterday I talked about shelter attraction. Today I'd like to talk about shelter etiquette. Because last night when I got to the shelter, a person demonstrated a lack thereof. Now, except for some exceptions in the shelters in the Smokies, all other shelters are open to anyone. Weekenders, section hikers, people doing a lash, through hikers, anybody that shows up can get a space in the shelter. And the shelters are based on the occupancy, how many people can fit in. And the occupancy is the width. You know, a person is measured by the width of their air mattress. So you put air mattresses side by side on the floor, and that's what the occupancy is. And if you got any extra stuff, you can hang it on one of the hooks. You can put it at your feet. You can put it at your head. But that's how occupancy is measured. And, you know, if you're not comfortable with that, break out the tent. So, yeah, yesterday I get to the shelter. The floor there, seen enough shelters, looked like an occupancy of 6, and there were 4 people in there, and one guy says, I'm sorry, we're full, and actually he didn't say I'm sorry, but so we're full, and I says, no, and so then he moves his pad over, occupying over 2 spaces, and again, indicating that, yeah, they're, you know, they're full. Yeah. And you know, the thing about rude people is that's how they go through life. And most people are polite and they don't want to deal with a rude person. So they don't say anything. And so the rude person gets away with it. And that's kind of their modus operandi. You know, but unfortunately for the guy, rudeness is one of my PTSD triggers. And so it's like a light switch going off. And so, very quickly, the guy understood that I was going to move him and his shit out of the shelter if he didn't make room. And so that was the end of that conversation. You know, and then later on, he made a sexist remark about one of the female through hikers. Fortunately, she wasn't there, but that just demonstrated he was an ass. You know, and that's another thing about etiquette. Female through hikers are through hikers. That's it, period. Don't be reading more into it. You know, so that's just one of the things about shelter etiquette is, you know, you make room. And when it's raining, the heck with the maximum occupancy. It's like when you ask a first sergeant, you know, how many privates can you fit in the back of a deuce and a half? The answer always is 1 more. You know, last time I was hiking the AT, one rainy night, it's dark, came up on a shelter. The shelter looked full, and I was standing out there in the rain, and a young lady sat up, saw me, and I asked her, I says, is there a room? And she goes, it's raining. Of course there's room. And as soon as she said that, although everybody was just lying still at that moment, as soon as she said that, everybody just started wiggling, you know, in their sleeping bags and on their pads. So there was a space opened up next to her, and I could lay my pad out. So, yeah, you know, you make room for other through hikers. You show proper respect. Got a tick. First time in 9,000 miles of through hiking. Found a tick on me if it's one. These black beetles are everywhere on the trail. last bit of trail's been real cruisy. It is nice. Park boundary. You are now leaving Shenandoah National Park and entering private property. Please help us keep this access route open by respecting the rights of landowners. Stay on the trail. That's it. Shenandoah National Park in the books. So closing out day 64, yeah, great day. Good walking, great views. And the trail was kind to us most of the day. Wound up doing the 23 miles we needed to. Got to the shelter. And out of Shenandoah National Park, successfully completed the Shenandoah Folks March. Drank a beer at every wayside. And just to be sure, hacked a couple out to celebrate getting through the Shenandoahs. Yeah. Did the mileage because we needed to do it for tomorrow. Yeah. See you then.